Welcome to the deep dive. So, today we're looking at the sources you send us about a specific oral care product making the rounds online. It's called the Mullend Teeth Repair Gel, sold on Mullend.com.
That's right.
And our mission really is to cut through some of the promotional language and just analyze the consumer transparency and the scientific context behind it all.
And we absolutely have to start with a disclaimer. It's really important. What we're doing here is educational commentary. This is not medical advice.
Not at all.
We're just analyzing the marketing and the consumer data available. So please, always consult a licensed dental professional before making any health decisions.
Okay, perfect. So let's unpack the pitch. What is this product actually marketed to do?
Well, the marketing positions it as a very easy at-home solution. It's designed to, support gum health and strengthen your teeth.
Okay.
The big promise, the real hook, is improving enamel condition. It implies some kind of repair or restoration without needing to go in for an invasive procedure.
A quick fix, basically.
That's the idea.
So when a product makes a big claim like physical repair, the first place I always look is the company's reputation. What did the sources tell us about Mullend.com's transparency?
When we look at brand trust, the data does suggest a bit of caution. The source from Scam Advisor gave Mullend.com a low trust rating.
A low rating. Why?
It's usually triggered by a combination of things. In this case, indicators like a very new domain, a lack of clear information about the company behind it, and just no strong established track record.
Right. The kind of thing you'd expect from a major health brand.
Exactly.
But wait, I'm looking at the Trustpilot data, and the source mentioned it had, almost 700 reviews, and most seemed positive about the buying experience. Wouldn't that suggest people are pretty happy?
That's a great question, and it's why you have to dig into the details, not just the overall score.
Okay.
Because while general service might be fine, the sources showed about 15% of buyers left one-star reviews.
15% is a significant chunk.
It is, and they weren't about slow shipping. The complaints were very specific.
Huh.
Things like the advertised gum gel just not being in the box when it arrived.
Oh, wow.
Or, deep dissatisfaction with the product's effectiveness and issues getting that promised money-back guarantee.
So it's not just that they're new. The negative feedback is hitting at the core, product promise and their customer service guarantees.
Precisely. And that lack of an established track record connects directly to the high-stakes claim they're making. It means we need to be extra rigorous when we look at the science.
Okay, and this is where it gets really interesting for me. This gap between the marketing claim of repairing teeth and what we know from, established dental guidance.
Right. We have to remember how a tooth is actually built. Enamel isn't like skin. It can't just heal itself. It's a crystal structure.
Mm-hmm.
And general dental guidance is very clear. The true tooth restoration, that requires professional clinical treatments. We're talking about things like high concentration fluoride therapies, bonding, that kind of thing.
So why can't an over-the-counter gel do that kind of real repair?
It really comes down to chemistry and, physics. Professional treatments use ingredients at concentrations or with binding agents strong enough to actually penetrate or adhere to the enamel structure to reinforce it.
I see.
Over-the-counter gels, look, they can certainly help manage sensitivity or soothe your gums. Some might even aid in some very light surface remineralization.
And not deep repair.
But they generally can't structurally rebuild worn-down enamel. So to promise repair without that clinical mechanism, it means you really have to manage your expectations.
So what this all means for you, the listener, is that knowing the scientific context is your best filter for any kind of promotional language.
Absolutely. The sources are pretty consistent here. No at-home gel can or should replace a professional diagnosis. When a company with low transparency makes a claim that seems to contradict established science, your first stop should always be your dentist.
So to sum it up, we took a deep dive into the transparency data, the specific consumer complaints, and the really critical scientific difference between managing comfort and actually achieving structural repair.
The takeaway seems clear. While some over-the-counter products can support your oral hygiene, true dental repair is a clinical domain.
So here's something for you to mull on. If we know that these types of products generally help with surface comfort and sensitivity, what are the key questions you should immediately ask your dentist when any at-home product starts promising actual structural restoration or repair?
That's the question.
Thanks for joining us for this deep dive.